It's late. You sit down after a long day, and there's this heaviness inside you that doesn't leave. It's not exactly anger, not exactly fear, not exactly loneliness. It's a cocktail of emotions you can't name, but you feel it everywhere, in your chest, in your breathing, in the way your shoulders drop. You pick up your phone not because you want anything, but because you need the world to go quiet for a second. You scroll. Something shiny appears, something comforting, and before you even realize it, click. Purchase confirmed. There's a tiny wave of relief, like a breath you didn't know you were holding. But then the guilt washes in, and the silence gets louder. Why do I keep doing this? Why can't I stop? Those thoughts hit harder than the sadness itself. Hi, I'm Skelly, and here's the truth. You don't overspend because you're reckless. You overspend because you're sad. You don't have a money problem. You have an emotional regulation problem. And no one, absolutely no one, taught you how to regulate sadness. Let me explain something most people never hear. Sadness is a slow emotion. It doesn't explode like anger. It doesn't panic like anxiety. It lingers, it stretches. It sits in the corners of your mind like fog. And your brain hates fog. So when sadness hits, your brain looks for a flashlight. Something fast, something immediate, something that creates even a tiny spark of control. And guess what's the easiest spark in the modern world? Buying something. Your brain isn't searching for a product. It's searching for escape. It's searching for a moment where the sadness loosens its grip, just enough for you to breathe. You're not buying a sweater. You're buying the fantasy of feeling warm again. You're not buying makeup. You're buying the hope of feeling seen or valuable. You're not buying headphones. You're buying silence. Silence from your own thoughts. You're not buying objects. You're buying emotional anesthesia. And do you know why it works? Because shopping triggers dopamine, the chemical of anticipation, reward, possibility. Not happiness, not peace, just maybe things will feel better for a minute. Let me walk you through 3 moments that you probably know too well. Here's the first. It's night. You feel lonely. Not alone, lonely. There's a difference. Being alone is the situation. Loneliness is the interpretation. You scroll because you don't want to sit with that feeling. And suddenly you buy something small, something pointless, a keychain, a candle, a mug with a quote you won't like tomorrow. But in that split second, you feel connected to something. Here's the second moment. You had a bad day. Someone dismissed you. Someone ignored you. Someone forgot you. And instead of letting the sadness come through, you swallow it. You hold yourself together. But emotions don't disappear. They find another door. For many people, that door is spending. You didn't buy the item. You bought the feeling of being in control of something. And here's the third one. You're numb. Too tired to cry. Too drained to think. Too exhausted to feel. Numbness is dangerous because your brain will choose any stimulation over emptiness. Dopamine is stimulation. Shopping is stimulation. Clicking buy becomes a micro jolt of aliveness. But here's the tragedy behind all of this. Sadness-based spending never fixes the sadness. It only postpones it. It's like taping a cracked bone instead of healing it. Like patching a leak with paper. Like covering a bruise with glitter. The sadness is still there, quietly waiting for you when the package arrives. So what do? How do we stop overspending when we're sad without relying on willpower that fails the second emotions take over? You need a system, a gentler system, one that understands how sadness works. This is the Sadness Spending Reset, and it has 4 steps. Step 1. Freeze. Your goal is to interrupt the automatic pattern. Sad spending happens fast, incredibly fast, because everything today is designed to be instant. So you have to create friction. Remove your cards from your phone. Turn off autofill. Log out of shopping websites. Turn off the buy now shortcuts. Make spending inconvenient. When you add friction, you slow down the emotional impulse long enough for your rational brain to wake up. Step 2. Identify. This is the most important part. The next time the urge hits, don't ask, do I need this? Ask, what am I actually feeling? Sad? Invisible? Unimportant? Exhausted? Left out? Unloved? Disappointed? Overwhelmed? You can't soothe what you can't name. And most people overspend because they've never been taught to name sadness. Step 3. Wait. Use the 72-hour rule. If you still want it in 3 days, revisit it. But here's what usually happens. The sadness moves on. The feeling shifts. The fog changes shape. Urges born from sadness rarely survive time. You don't need to fight the impulse, might just outlive it. And step 4. Replace. Sadness demands relief. So give your brain relief, just not the kind that empties your wallet. Try any of these. A warm shower. A walk outside where your body moves and the world feels bigger than your thoughts. A playlist that matches your emotional temperature. Breathing slowly until your shoulders drop. Writing a single honest sentence about how you feel. A message to a friend. A moment of silence. A cup of something warm. A hug if you have someone near. Or sitting with the sadness for 2 minutes. Because sometimes sadness just wants to be acknowledged. Here's the deeper truth. Sadness doesn't make you weak. Sadness makes you alive. It's a signal, not a flaw. But when you use shopping as your emotional crutch, you never give your body the chance to process what it's trying to tell you. And every time you buy something to feel better, you reinforce the belief. I can't handle my emotions without spending. But you can. You absolutely can. You deserve relief that lasts longer than 2 days. You deserve comfort that doesn't arrive in a box. You deserve peace. The kind that sits with you, not the kind you have to chase. If you want help starting the process, I created a simple guide, the Sadness Spending Reset Kit. It's gentle, practical, and made for people who feel too much and often carry it alone. I'm Skelly. Subscribe if you want more bare-bones truths about your mind and your money. See you in the next one.